Welcome back, Modern Skeps fam, to another video for our March special. We are going to be doing real talks, and today's topic is friendship. Let's be honest, as adults, it's really hard to make friends. No, but as adults, like, we've been friends since we were younger. But as adults, it's really hard to make friends.
I don't think it's hard. I feel like it just depends on your environment. So, like, if you're in work or school. But true, it is harder than when you're younger.
I don't necessarily think it's like harder to make friends when you're older. I just think when you're older, you have a lot more wisdom, a lot more priorities. So when you're younger, you used to be friends with anybody that talked to you. But like when you get older, you know, you want to dedicate time to people that like can be specifically positive in your life or something.
I think it's harder to make friends when you're an adult because people already have their circle of friends. So like I already, so like, you know, like people don't care to really welcome new people in because they have their set group. So it's harder to fit in.
Though. Like there are apps being made so people can make friends because they feel like they're so lonely.
I mean, that's not the worst idea. We have dating apps.
No, I know, but I feel like they're being created and they're super popular.
Like with common similarities.
Yeah.
But it is true. So for someone that's been in the same place for their entire life, they are established. As opposed to if someone moves for work or school, that's when it becomes an issue because it's a different environment for them.
I mean, I haven't moved anywhere or done anything. But I feel like when it comes to making new friends, I always don't feel like they're friendships. I feel like they're acquaintances.
I'm telling you,
that bothers me.
I think it's because as you grow up and you gain more experiences, you don't just allow anyone to be your friend. I feel like you may not consciously be like, oh, I'm never gonna befriend her, but subconsciously you're just like, this is not someone. Yeah, this is not someone that I'm going to always reach out to or something.
I also feel like as we age, we have more responsibility, so less time for friends as well. So,
but it is healthy. You do need friends.
You do,
definitely.
You definitely do need some sort of social environment. But like between family and depending on what your family life is, and as well as your work life, you may not have time to establish another relationship. Or if you're someone who is really trying to establish a friendship, like you like someone, you feel like there's common interest, you can connect with them, and they may seem like they have their own circle of friends, I think you just need to put in the effort. So like constantly try to reach out, you know, see if you like take the lead, don't expect somebody to come after you, kind of thing. So sometimes you yourself need to put in the effort in reaching out and trying to connect with someone. And before you know it, you just slowly become friends. But that's the hard part. I feel like most people always wait for that text and not go for the initial text.
Yeah, like you're shy to try to break into a group. I could see it being harder trying to get involved rather than someone reaching out to you.
I found myself very hard to establish a good friendship. Like it takes for me like a good amount of time.
Is it hard for you to make a friendship, or do you just feel like people don't try to be your friend?
No, it's hard for me.
Why not? No, like is it you that's stopping your friendship?
I feel like it is internal, and that's because, like, you know what I said, I'm already comfortable with where I am.
Like the people you know and stuff already?
Exactly. And then I have, I guess, so much other things to do than to spend so much time thinking about or putting an effort into making another friendship. But in general, because of my personality, I'm very introverted. It's hard for me to go out of my way and to be like, oh, let's hang out. Or my personality isn't like that at all. No, that's for everyone. Introverts, like out there, the struggle is real and really trying to reach out and connecting with people. Whether it's like at the workplace and going out there and connecting with someone, it's so much harder than people who are extroverted and naturally like talk to like their coworkers.
But just because you're extroverted doesn't mean it's easy to make friends. Because I know for me, it's more of the vulnerability factor that's hard. When I was younger, it was easier to be vulnerable with people. But now as I'm older, I feel like I've taken off like the rose-colored glasses a little bit, and I know that people aren't always like amazing or just good.
Yeah,
like so I feel like and that makes you harden a little bit, and I don't like it. I like that kind of freedom that I had when I was younger, but that trust that I had in others, and that I see slowly fade away when you become older.
But Medium does have this thing though, like naturally people gravitate towards you because of your personality. Like you give that comfort. You don't have to like share deep secrets with people, but people naturally feel comfortable because you give up that like energetic, extroverted vibe.
But I don't. That's why I'm saying I feel like as an adult, it's easy to make acquaintances that you will talk to. But I'm saying those deep-rooted connections that people are yearning for these days, that's like lacking. I feel like how do you create that?
Not every friendship has to be.
I was gonna say you can't. You're not gonna have friends.
Why not? I want to know everything about you.
That's like a best friend in my opinion.
And like, how many best friends do you have? I don't think you should have that many. Really, realistically speaking, you don't. there will be a very select few that you trust with almost everything. Even like your best friends, there are always some things that like you're happening in your life that you may not mention and that you don't want other people to know about, which is completely normal.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you have to have that deep connection with everyone, I think you're going about friendship a little wrong.
Yeah. I feel like that
it's okay to have only 2 friends and be comfortable with that.
No, seriously. I'd rather have a close-knit circle where, even if it's just a few people that I'm keeping up with, that I surround myself with, that I love and trust, rather than having just a whole bunch of friends. And then, like, if you're telling everything to everyone, like,
what's the secret?
It's not even about the secret. It's about how special or how good is that relationship with, if you're having the same relationship with everyone.
Yeah, like, I personally enjoy having specific people that I trust with almost everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to know that, because also it works the other way, right? So if you have a really deep relationship with somebody or a really good friendship with someone, you're also that person's person. Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy.
How many videos of ours have Grey's Anatomy references?
You're also that person's person.
Yeah.
So like you also want to think that you're making that deep connection, but you're also somebody else's deep connection. And you can't be that person for everybody either.
Okay, so let's pretend you never had that person. How do you go about developing that?
It starts off like as a basic friendship, and then it grows. You don't necessarily connect on that level with everyone.
Yeah.
But for some, like, it just clicks for some people.
Well, I mean, you start on a small scale, right? So you find a group of people that have the same interest as you. It could be music. It could be studying the same thing.
So you should go and join groups.
Yeah, if you're
reach out to groups and
things
people
that you like. Yeah, things that you're interested in. Go out there, get involved, and then
you need to be social.
Especially if you're in the high school level or you're the college grade level. That's like your peak time to make friends, to meet new people, like join clubs,
to network.
Seriously, you find different groups, you join different organizations. Sometimes you have to branch out a little bit. That's fine too. It may not be something that you thought you'd immediately be attracted to, but you just go in, try it out, and you'll honestly be so surprised the type of people that you do attract to.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you think, oh, this is what my ideal friend would be. And then you meet somebody else and you're like, you complete me. You know?
Do you ever have people who are like, oh, you two are friends? I would have never thought.
Yes.
No.
I had this one friend and everybody was like, you guys are friends? I'm confused.
Yeah. I know who that friend is and I agree.
I don't know why.
But like, was that the friendship that lasted?
Yeah, it lasted a long time.
Oh.
But it didn't
end. No, it didn't end. You just become adults, and you just like get busy in different things.
I think that happened with me once also, but again, we went our separate ways.
I think people also need to know that that's okay. Like, just because both of you, like, as long as there's no hardships and no hard feelings and both of you just kind of get really busy, sending a text every like once a week or twice a week saying, hey, thinking about you, I hope you're doing well. Like, it doesn't have to be constant connection like when we were younger and always hanging out all the time, but it could just be like, I'm thinking of you and if you ever need anything, I'm here, and just know that.
Yeah, people love that. I also want to say that if you feel like a friend, because I feel like some people are like, no, I'm loyal, like no matter what, I'm gonna stick with it. If you notice like a friend is a bit like toxic or like harming your behavior, slowly try to distance yourself, because at the end of the day you also want to care for your own health and your own like good deeds. And if that person is harming you more than benefiting you, and I feel like you're starting to go into the wrong circles or doing the wrong things, kind of start, it's not worth it. Yeah, so take a step back, even though it might be difficult, because like, oh, I grew up with this person, we were always close, so now like I feel bad if I do, or how do I go about, you know, slowly removing myself from this friendship. But
I mean, I have my best friend who I'll keep in touch with regularly, but I have also like other friends that we even keep in touch less than once or twice a week. It's like a few times throughout the year we'll get together or we'll like message each other, check
in. But you feel that closeness too.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't, I'm just not that personality where I'm like constantly talking, even with my best friend, like I'm not constantly talking to that person.
I think from experience also, those long-lasting relationships that you're talking about, Mariam, like that person that, you know, you call like your ride or die, you know, like your number one. I think that's the person that you're not necessarily just have things in common, like hobbies, but that's the person that has the same like values as you. Like you guys, you're not exactly the same, but your big picture is the same. Your mentality for the most part is the same. The things that are really important to you are really important to that person. Even if you differ like the hobbies and stuff like that, if you're looking for a deep connection, you have to be looking for the more important things in a friendship too.
I agree.
You know?
Like it's easier not that you can't connect with other people, but it's easier like if you guys are both driven together. If you guys have the same values that you guys are both going to encourage each other to uphold. It'll be much easier.
So in conclusion, when you're trying to make friendships as an adult, 1, go outside of your house. You need to be social in places, join clubs that interest you, and find people that have similar values, because that's important. So look more over the surface level, go deep, just make sure they have the same values. Don't be afraid to reach out first, especially if they're not reaching out first. You want to include yourself, you do it. Don't be scared. Seriously. And 3, we're your friends here at the Modern Skeps.
You're always out
You can always reach out to us, and we'll be here.
Yeah, I know this past year has been really hard on a lot of people.
It really has.
Quarantine and at home all day, and a lot of people have felt loneliness. You know, there are like increases in depression and sadness and whatnot. And it was a difficult year for a lot of people, you know, whether you were stuck at home or not. But I think it is really important, like Mariam had said, just to really reach out. Like, go out of your comfort zone. And like we had mentioned before, not all friends are the same type of friendships. It's completely okay to just have a friend that you just grab coffee with, another friend that you trust, another friend that you do homework with. Like, that's completely normal. And I feel like that's something else that we kind of confuse. We think that every friend has to be the same. And it's completely... As you grow up, you will realize that is so far from the truth. Like, it's ridiculous.
And I'm sure as we grow up more,
we'll realize more things.
We'll really just we'll have like one friend.
Yeah. Well, they always say quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed.
So know that adult relationships and friendships will be different than what you had in high school or middle school, and you're not weird. Is what I'm telling you. You're perfectly normal.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe. Bye.